All right, so on today's call, we're talking about structure creates freedom. And in order to obtain that, you need to quiet your mind and focus on one thing at a time. You're doing too much. And why I say that is because if someone asks you to do something and you're unable to deliver, that means you're doing too much. You're focusing on the wrong thing. And what is focus? Focus is time. And time is the new currency no one is talking about. And here's why. Because we've never seen our time to be something that we actually spend. But really think about it. If you're doing something, you're spending your time on that activity. So therefore, your time is a currency, and it's a currency that you can't get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So I need you to start thinking of how you spend your time because time is a limited resource. And if you're not careful with it or how you spend your time, you're going to lose it forever. Because once that day is done, you're never getting that day back. Um, so what I need you to do is you're going to utilize ChatGPT task. You're going to say, hey, here's all the tasks that I need to do for the day. Help me structure my day and organize it from least most important to least important. If you don't have ChatGPT, what you can do is use the old school way, manually write it down and categorize most important to least important, and then work from top down. If you don't get everything done in that day, that's fine. It can be carried over to the next day. Another thing I want you to do is speak less to people. Why? Because people are distractions. And if they're not pouring into your cup and helping you get to where it is that you need to be, then it's a waste of your time. So speak less to people. I want you to challenge yourself, put your phone on do not disturb, don't answer any emails until maybe like 7 o'clock or the next day, even better. No social media, nothing. Speak less today. Then I want you to track your time. So for me, I tracked my time. So I had a scheduled call that got moved at 11, and that went to about 11:45. I got off of that call, and now I'm making a video between 11, call it 11:50 until whenever. And that's going to be the premise of today's lesson or what I'm talking about today. It's just how you spend your time. Track your time to see where you are spending the most of your time. Once you can figure out where you're spending your time, you can start eliminating stuff. You want to focus where you pay attention to what you're paying attention to. You spend your attention, so you need to know where it's going. Think of it like you're budgeting your time. How am I spending my time? Why am I not getting the things that I need done right now? Done. So, what is required of me to be successful? I got to start managing my time better. You guys have access to the 80/20 grid. Start seeing what things are costing you per hour. If it's something that's taking away from your day and you're in the negatives, then that's not something that you should be doing. If it's adding, then yes, that's something you should be doing. But don't overkill it. Like if you're saying, "Oh, I'm writing my offer and trying to refine it." No, you've already written your offer. What you should be doing is testing out your offer to see if people actually want what it is that you have. We got to start just finding the easy things to do. We have to do the things that make us uncomfortable. So get comfortable being uncomfortable. What are the tasks that's going to move the needle forward? Not the tasks that's going to keep me at the same level that I'm at right now. So get comfortable being uncomfortable and take the next step. If you already have the offer, reach out to somebody. If you spoke to somebody before, reach out to them again and see if you can take it to the next level. We need to move. If you don't move, you're still, you're stagnant. You're stagnant, you start to die. But if you're in motion, you keep growing and glowing. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So track your time. The moment you watch this, start tracking your time. So whatever time you started this, you write down that time and however long you finished, it took you to finish that. Then you write the next thing that you do. If you did multiple things in that hour, write that down. Because if you're doing multiple things in that hour, that is that's wasted time because now you're multitasking. If you're multitasking, you're not giving the task 100% of your effort. If you're doing three things, that's 100% divided by 3, that's 33% for each activity that you're giving. If you're doing 4 things, that's 25%. So that means whatever you're putting that effort into is getting spread amongst 4 different things, and that's not good. Does LeBron James go practice hockey? No. Why? Because he's a basketball player. And if he wants to be the best, he focuses only on basketball. Stop letting your attention go to 10 different directions. One narrow path, follow that path. And once you start doing that, everything just becomes more clear and easier for you. Once you finish that, you can move on to the next thing. People who complete things complete things. But if you're doing 5 different things, you're not completing anything. So start with one thing today and move on from that. Attention gives you the ability to see. So if you're focusing straight ahead, so right now I'm looking at 2 trophies. That's where my attention's at. How to get those trophies is getting people into my community. That's me focusing my attention. But if I'm looking at this and now the TV's playing and I'm doing this, I'm looking at 3 different things. So my attention is not going to focusing on these trophies. Something on TV caught my eye, but then I'm also making this video and then I forget to say something. My attention spread. But if I just focus directly on you guys and I talk about this video, you start listening, you start paying attention. I am saying what I need to, and it's very clear. Wisdom gives you the ability to see what others can't. The more you know about something, people come to you for that information. You're also knowledgeable in that. And it's like, for me, within my coaching business, I'm seeing things that others can't see. I'm seeing their blind spots. So it's like, imagine me being your rear view or your side mirror and be like, did you notice that? And they'd be like, no, I didn't. Damn. And it's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. Like one of my clients, for the longest while, he was struggling to figure out what is it that he wanted to offer to people for his business. And we're just having a random conversation one day, and he's talking about that he did grants for his mom and he knows how to write grants. So I'm like, bro, why haven't you told me this in like the last 3 weeks? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, guy, you're sitting on a gold mine. Help people write grants. Teach people how to write grants if you know how to do all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, okay. And after that, maybe a day or two later, he started making that offer to people and he locked in 2 clients because he didn't know what to do. He didn't see that blind spot of being like, hey, this is something that I can use to make money off of. You need to learn to not be yourself. Not, or sorry, you need to learn not to be yourself, to be the person you want to be. That's some sauce right there. When I heard that line, it really made me think. You need to learn not to be yourself. Your current self cannot become your future self, who you want to be. It's 2 different people. So, if you want to become that future person, you have to do what that future person does. You have to just forget everything that's going on with you right now and say, yo, I'm dialing in right now. Let me get to work. Let me learn to be this person, not the old person. So, you need to learn to not be yourself and be the person you want to be. If the person you want to be is 10 pounds lighter, what is it that you have to be doing to get 10 pounds lighter? You have to start exercising. You have to start eating right. You have to start drinking water, taking your multivitamins, getting the proper sleep. These are the things that you have to start doing. So, whether you're watching this on YouTube or you're in the Wealth Builders Academy, you will have 24 hours to complete this task. You're going to go over your day and write down everything that you did for the day, as I'm doing. Once you go through that, you're going to remove something or remove anything that is not bringing you closer to your goal. So remove all those, eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. That is the easiest thing that you can do to help you see progress. Eliminate stuff that's wasting your time. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% or 20% of your effort comes from, or 20% of your effort delivers 80% of your results. 80% of the stuff that you're doing only gives you 20% of those results. So that's BS. Let's throw that out the garbage. And then, yeah, so use the wealth grid, the 80-20 wealth grid to see where you're spending your time. And then the yellow brick road roadmap to schedule out your week. Any questions for me? You can leave it in the comments below, or you can reach me directly or wait till Monday when we have our next call. And if you want to be a part of the Wealth Builders Academy, shoot me a message down below or click the link to book a free call with me. And I will see you on the next episode.